Hello, today we're going to be looking at a simulation I found that might be appropriate for wind technology. To start, you're going to want to head to your library in the HTC Vive headset, and then scroll down till you find the Vive browser. For you, it shouldn't be too bad. There shouldn't be this many apps on your headsets, but you'll go ahead and launch that. You'll be prompted with a browser, and from here you'll head over to the Bookmarks tab where I have saved the simulation for you under the mobile bookmarks. It'll be this one called Windcraft. To launch the app, you'll go ahead and click on the VR symbol that should light up red at the bottom right corner of the browser tab. After this, just follow the prompts and I'll let you experience this for yourself.
You've probably seen a wind turbine before. Now you learn how these work. Wind turbines generate electricity from wind. The wind hits the rotor blade in a wind turbine. The rotor blade can be rotated to align it with the wind as efficiently as possible. The movement of the rotor blade works by the buoyancy principle. The rotor blade is flowed around by the wind. On one side, the wind flows around slower than on the other side, thus creating a higher pressure. This pressure difference creates a force that moves the rotor blade. Most wind turbines have 3 rotor blades. 3-bladed rotors are quieter and easier to control in terms of vibration technology. The rotor blades can be adjusted for wind power and they can align with the wind direction. Sensors provide the wind data in order to set up the wind turbine as efficiently as possible. If the wind is too strong, the rotor blades are turned out of the wind and there is also a brake to stop the rotation on gusts. In addition, the rotor blades are designed in a way that if they rotate too fast, they generate swirl and stop the rotation. The rotor blades are attached to an axis. This axis drives another axis by a gearbox, which runs around 100 times faster. For illustrative purposes, this rotation is shown here more slowly. Faster turning reduces the forces involved and allows a smaller generator to operate. This generator produces the electricity, which is fed into the power grid and distributed in households, for example. Now you have learned a lot, so let's look at the wind turbine in original size. Look how tall the tower is. We have to go up there. Go to the tower by teleporting yourself. Teleport yourself to the lift now. You have to stand in the middle of the lift, then the start button for the lift appears in the display on your left arm. Click on this start button to start the lift. Let's go. I hope you have no fear of heights. Usually the lift runs a lot slower. Wind turbines have a tower height up to 160 meters. This tower has a height of 90 meters. Now you're in the engine room. You can move around by teleporting yourself. Do you still remember what was where? You have to check different objects now. Stand in front of the object, then press check on your arm indicator. Check now the gearbox. You are standing here in front of the wrong object. Check now the gear. You checked the gearbox. There are also plants that have no gearbox. Check now the rotor axis. You have checked the rotor axis. The speed of the rotor axis is 2 megawatts, 10 to 20 revolutions per minute, and 3 megawatts, 5 to 18 revolutions per minute. Check now the generator axis. You check the generator axis. The generator axle turns around 100 times faster than the rotor axis. Check now the generator. You check the generator. The generator produces electrical power more or less depending on wind speed. There are different types of generators. Great, you did a great job. Behind you can still see the sensors for the wind gauge with the wind direction and wind speed is detected. This information is crucial for the alignment of nacelle and rotor. If the wind direction changes, the nacelle and rotor are tracked so that the rotor can optimally set itself against the wind. If a sustained storm or a several second long squall registered, the wings are turned out of the wind. I hope you now know how a wind turbine works. If you want, you can do something dangerous and not allowed in reality. Want to get to the top of one of the rotor blades and experience how it feels there? If you do not feel well, go back to the tower. This can be done by confirming on the arm. This rotor rotates 6 times a minute, so rather slowly. Rotors rotate up to 20 times a minute.
So to prepare the simulation for the next student, you're going to want to go ahead and click the Vive button on the controller. And then you're going to want to go ahead and refresh the tab right here with this button. And when you refresh the browser, it will put you at the very beginning.